to Beaumont, Texas, when you start in Texas, you start in the desert, and when you finish up on I-10, you're in Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont, Texas is right on, and right there is Lake Charles, Louisiana, and you go from the desert to swamps and alligators in one state. Yeah. You go through zipping up here, the weather's the same. The same here. You gotta go a long way. In fact, you can't go no distance on the East Coast that is longer than one state out there in the West. Those are huge states. California, those are big states. Even Arizona. Everything in the West is big. Big sky, they used to call it. Anyway, but whatever you look at, you're looking at fires. And last month and a half ago, the smoke from the fires in California, 3,000 miles away, was over D.C. and New York. Does anybody remember that? The Haze, you remember that Haze? That was from California. Now, a few years ago, when I would drive out there, if I'm on I-80 and I'm in Utah, well, you got Utah here, and then you got the state of Washington and what have you, and Oregon up here. Well, Washington's way up here, Oregon's up here. They would have fires burning in those states, and they would be covering I-80. I mean, this is smoke, like you could smoke from up there, burning down, coming down to you. We're in Utah, going across to San Francisco and Oakland, or wherever we're going. Reno, Nevada. That was then, several years ago. Now the smoke, the haze, when they light up out there, you light up over here. You have haze, and I'm saying that the things that are happening now is just like watching a horror show, or what is it they have, these movies, Tidal Wave, where it's a big tidal wave coming, and then you see the people on the beach like a bunch of dummies, and they hug each other, you know. Right? I mean, you've seen the advertisement. I never watched the movie, but I see enough of the advertisement to know what everybody's watching. So they hug each other. And then here come the tidal waves, swoop them off. One movie that's going to wash them away here in Virginia, they got some hills around here, and they got the people, all the cars is parked, a guy on a motorcycle, he getting up to one of the mountains around here. And he's a young guy, so he makes it. Everybody else, most of them people get knocked over. Okay. If you take them tsunamis, you know, now, to you this may not be nothing. But when they had those tsunamis, the one that hit Sri Lanka and all of that, do you know, I used to run right down that thing, you know, right. And I stayed in the Twin Towers, that's what they call it over there. It's not as high, it's maybe 22 nice hotels, 20 stories high or something. They call them the Twin Towers over there. And we raise money here, and we send it to the governor. We did programs, our Masjid, with Governor Malana and all of that, you know, because you can tell they're Muslims. He was a governor of that area. The Tamil terrorists, they used to call them, right? Well, the Tamils are a minority in Sri Lanka, and the Tamils are the ones that became Muslim. That's why they have so much trouble, and they always refer to them as, remember, the Tamil terrorists. Yeah, Tamil terrorists. Okay. Anyway, you get all this information floating around in your head, and all those tsunamis was wearing out people where we've been to, because we've been to Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and all that stuff. We've been to all of those places. And so when they talk about on the news the stuff they happened over there 15 years ago is heading this way. The tsunami, we was talking about, well, if it was tsunami, must have been underwater, because of tidal wave, they'd have blowed the horn and everybody would have got back. This stuff was coming under all new because of the dumb stuff these people are doing. Tsunamis come and wash niggas away. I mean, hey, okay, right now. Well, they always have little hurricanes, little stuff like that down there. And little droughts and fires and floods. But they're having 100-year floods every year. And the last one down in the reason all this rain was here the other day, coming from down in Louisiana, they haven't had nothing like that since they was keeping records. They said, we figure it was 1859 since something like the one down there. Just come up, just past all the intermittent rain. Remember, this part of the year, sometimes it goes a long time without raining in August. Those long summer, those dog days of August, as white folks call them. We getting it right, hey. So everything that you would read about in scriptures, everything you watch on the movies, everything you hear about, and all of that stuff is happening right now. It's happening right in front of us, and the people are doing the same thing that people did in those days. So,
They're always caught by surprise.
They're surprised, they're just shocked. Now imagine, okay, let's say if we're not successful, because everything we're talking about now, a lot of the stuff that we've been working on, we got enough sense to know that we could build 50 houses around here. It wouldn't make no difference because the flood is coming. And we've been accurate so far, right? So now what makes it, and then we're on the coast over there too. What difference do it make if we have 50 masajid, 200 masajid, or anything else, right? And we on both coasts, the East Coast and the West Coast. And if we was in Chicago, we'd be up by the lakes. If we was down in Louisiana, the wind would blow us away. You have to be very careful about where you move nowadays. Right, you have to think about it. Well, let's see now. California? Shoot, I ain't going out there. You really have to think about it. There's some places where you might be able to pull it off. Let me speed up here. Mass extinction, right now, today. I was listening or watching Press TV. They were talking about it, and their news is very good and accurate, mostly. And it has to be because they watch, if they tell two lies, they going to close it down. And because the white man is, that's not their rule. They can lie all day, which they do, of course. If they tell the truth, they use the opposite, they use the counter rules. If they tell 98 lies, it's fine. Great, we're freedom, justice, and newsworthy. If you tell two, oh, terrorist news, we got to cover it, close it down, right? That's the way it is. You could turn the just up a little bit so. But anyway, let me get started on what I was talking about here. The point is, when you turn the TV on, that's all you see is destruction on one level everywhere that you look and everywhere you go is something being destroyed. And it's not here, it's Australia, it's everywhere you want to go. And then you mix in it these plagues. When people, if they're still around, read about this period in history, this is going to be the, advancement. They'll say they had all kind of brand new stuff, but they got washed away, or they got blown away, or they got, they was like Pompeii or something, the volcano exploded and that was it for them. This is the news. Every day, all day. And they're still rolling right along, just like the people in the old days. That's what it means that Nero fiddled while Rome burned. In other words, the politicians today, what are they doing? Fiddling. We got a tornado coming over here. We got the flood over there, and we got the heat that's burning up everything over there. They imagine how dumb the world, if the world's still around, history is going to report on this Congress here in America. They're going to not believe it. It's just like when we read about the history, biblical history, and you got to be a believer to believe that stuff, right? You got to believe it because, oh, man, the wind come and blowed everybody away. They was in their houses, and the wind was blowing the boys around. They were scared, right? It don't make sense. And what did they do? Nothing. They was just cheating people. Salih's people, they was just Thamud, Ad, all of them. Those really happened. People along the highway. We have all of those characteristics in modern society. Okay. So, if we look from history, we'll try to find some bright spot. That's what we're doing right now. So we have found that there was only one place, Nineveh. Nineveh. That was a city of over 100,000 people. That was, in those days, you can imagine, that's big. And it's got to be real big because people had big garden plots, so it was 15 miles one way or more. So those people, we read about them and we hear about them. But that sounds like something that happened a long time ago. Which it was. It was a long time ago for me and you. But in Earth time, right? It might have been yesterday, a day before. Why? Remember, the Earth, what they say, this part of the solar system has 9 billion. Yeah, 9 billion years. So this has been here 4.5 billion years, so it's halfway gone. You know, like if you were just looking at it physically, the sun is burning and consuming. In fact, the flames are so big on the sun that you could put 3 Earths inside of those. If the sun is burning here, you put Earth here, and Earth there. That's from the flames. That's why it's so hot here. And that's 93 million miles away. Can you imagine? That's